Secret is making that line across the mid lane, trying to figure out which rune they're going to go for. Rezo sees 2-3 heroes up atop. And they'll bring their forces here, wanting to fight around this top rune spot. An Entity, very tentative with their movement. A couple of bounty runes there, 3 in fact for Secret it looks like, as Entity unable to get any real kill or move forward aggressively onto the rest of them.
Entity have bought stats on the Shaker. So this kind of aligns with how I imagine they would want to play, knowing you're playing into a Crystal Maiden who is quite weak. Having these stats just lets Kataomi square up to him, hit him, force him off the lane a bit. Kind of allows for that kill threat to happen when they get their level 2. Maybe even level 1. You do have Fissure into Sacred Arrow.
Yeah. You see Poppy, you punch her and force her back.
Yeah. I don't know about your follow-up damage. It's the only problem after that.
I mean, Morphling can suffer at levels 1 and 2. Needs that second point in the attribute shift to really feel comfortable. It looks like for now, yeah, Kataomi just going to be blocking that small camp, making sure Puppy doesn't have access to his jungle. While up at top, same story. Zayat blocks out Fishman. Keep the Chen at bay in these early levels.
They didn't block the medium camp against Chen, which we've seen other teams do.
Oh yeah, the one further off to the right near the outpost. Yeah, still available with a couple of ogres. Ogre Frostmage here could make the difference.
Right? That creep is so nice. I mean, for both teams, because Zayat's playing Doom, he's also going to be looking for Devours. Like, good creeps. Maybe that's one of the reasons why they left it unblocked, just so he can also contest it.
It's like 2 minutes 30, he's going to walk over there, get the bounty rune, get a creep. Yeah. Hopefully he'll be level 3 at the same time. Yeah, this top lane pretty straightforward for Entity so far. Just keep pure last hitting, get a bit of harassment on the DP. Not too much Doom can do against 2 ranged heroes who can turn and click him. They'll move back and sentry the small camp for now.
I like how Pure plays a lot, just standing between the creeps and Rezo and getting off any amount of little harassment he can. It's just... DP is the one that bullies, usually.
And Chen has this Cyclone creep, chasing Rezo with the raises. Well, there's no mangoes on Pure, so they need the raw right clicks from Fishman. Not going to come fast enough. The Fairy Fire will buy enough time. And Zayat has a hurricane of his own. A tornado.
Tornado, yeah, that does so much damage though. Like, I don't know if you've played that much. They were into this stupid creep spell. It just hurts so badly. If you're ever like farming the camp, even in the jungle, and he just starts using it, you suddenly realize you're like you're like half health or something all of a sudden just from this dumb tornado.
Like, why do I have to salve to kill off some little wild winds? What's going on here? There's another one, another tornado onto Pure. A very irritating chip damage. Such an awkward situation to be in. Especially when you're running low on regen on that Shadow Fiend. But he'll have tangos from Fishman and of course Divine Favor with the headdress. We'll keep him topped up. I'll move from Rezo and Zayat though. I'm going to look for denies under tower. Make sure Pure doesn't get the free CS. I would have liked to see Zayat move over to the bounty rune, but instead looking for that lane equilibrium to just drag it away.
Stormer just walked all the way to the bot jungle to take the bounty rune there, and he missed 2 creeps mid, including the flag bearer. It was a little bit bad, but I guess he was...
Well, the glyph on the creeps. Nisha forced the TP. Doesn't go home. Goes back to his tier 2 instead. He's got himself Wand, Boots, and that Blightstone, which does allow him to fight back into the Batrider a little better.
My thrift.
Spam the Slicer Fist. But yeah, it would be nice to see maybe rotations 6 minutes in from this Maiden, this Doom, to try and guard some runes for the Ember Spirit here. He's under a lot of pressure. 21 and 4 though, not suffering in the last hits too much. Great performance out from Nisha. Just a quick peek into that bottom lane. No kills 4 minutes into this match. Mirana being left alone by the Earthshaker now, as he does go and safeguard the water rune. Nisha able to take it before it comes. Kataomi body blocking. Chains come though from Nisha. An early point here, but he's pushed back by the Flame Breaker, and this Earthshaker will unlock that first blood for Stormstormer.
Right off the bat.
What amazing rotation. To know as well, like that there is no TP on this Ember Spirit. You don't necessarily have to go contest the war room, but by just going for it, Stormstormer angling himself to kind of Ember towards the bot rune. Just a great pickup, and he doesn't have a TP for 6 seconds, so I guess it's okay. But it could have been way worse.
This is where Bat starts to shine. Level 5. Ember Spirit could get dived again. Well, speaking of dives, Zayat, he's gone straight under that tier 1 looking for Pure. Picked off. Well, that's going to reset his regen though. He's going to come back to that lane, full HP, full mana. Oh, Pure. The Tango's to be handed over to him.
Keep him healthy. We're going to see fights around 6 minutes. I'm pretty excited if they want to do like a full-out brawl, because Stormstormer just hit 6 and he has lasso. They've already brought Kataomi mid. Radiant are even scanning it because they expect this move. Toby's laning alone bot. They know Shaker's kind of up to something. They're just spotting out what side of the lane he's on. He's going to get that ward down.
Yeah, I thought they'd even bring the Maiden in. I thought Maiden would be moving across here, and I guess Puppey is starting to slowly walk across to that mid lane. 280 move speed on the Maiden with no boots, though, feels pretty sad. And the 6-minute rune is about to spawn. Earthshaker guards bottom. It's a regen there. Maiden's going to come deny it, though. There we go. Puppey, right place, right time. Make sure there's no refill on Stormer's bottle. He's going for it, though.
So badly.
Oh, the chains, that value point. So good against the Bat to stop the aggression. They were even dragging Fishman across here to make... Like, if they get that kill with Catapult Wave, that's good damage on the tower. That's a huge survive from Nisha.
Wow. They forced Puppey's TP as well. He's actually just going to walk to mid because they realize like how much Entity really want that kill, want that pressure, like forcing every bit of efficiency they can, like because Nisha doesn't have that 6.
They're trying to line up on bottom. I think Crystallis knows what's going on here. There's an Observer Ward, and yeah, Kataomi will realize he places himself in tower range, which hits him because of the vision there. Yeah, he double checks. He makes sure. Yeah, they've got an obs there. So actually taking a lot of damage there. It's top lane. Resolution playing in towards Pure. He just turns and raises it down. Zayat, no Infernal Blade, so no real way to chase. And Pure and Fishman turning back onto the Doom. They got a way to slow him down with the Penitence. Maybe the raise in the final hit. Pure doesn't get it. Fishman claims the kill.
Stealing.
Secures it. And down at bottom, the Fisher catches in onto the Morph and allows the lasso to come. He didn't get the shift off. Arrow, chain stun. Down goes Crystallis. Entity will gladly give Kataomi's life here, and it might not even have to. Okay, with a sentry down, Puppey makes sure that the Moonlight Shadow doesn't give the safety net. Entity with some swift moves on both of the side lanes, getting a good laning stage advantage for themselves.
Yeah, kind of splitting the attention of Secret is a lot of problems all at once. What do we deal with? We're losing top. We kind of have to go deal with that. There's a kill happening bot. Oh, our carry's dead. You're a mid player that hasn't been able to secure these power runes right now, and probably won't even get this one either. Yeah, like Nisha is really struggling to find his way to have impact in this game. So we might see him just kind of relax and keep farming, wait for the next power runes, wait for something to happen. Maybe he can TP react. That might be a big one for him.
Yeah, and we start to see that reflect in the net worth. The top 4 heroes. Nisha is actually the best performing net worth-wise hero on Secret's side in 3rd place, but this SF and Batrider really accelerating so incredibly quickly. It's down at bottom. Morphling makes a move on the Mirana, but Earthshaker and Batrider are both still here. So Crystallis, after spending waveform, he's going to get chased down by the Bat, and that's some substantial damage with 4 stacks of sticky napalm on him. The Morphling just straight up dead. I thought water's meant to deal with fire. It just evaporates, turns into steam, and Kataomi going to take down the Crystal Maiden too.
It's all off the back of that move that they just did, killing Morphling, because what did it do? It forced the TP for Ember. Like, I talk about the TP reactions. It's usually a lot stronger when they're under your tower. Oh,
Nisha?
Gonna be okay?
Oh my god, he's 1 hit away from death. The raise! Oh, Pure, you god. Finds the takedown on Nisha, just solo kills him straight up.
That's terrifying. Yeah, just to finish my thought, by going on bot, it forced the Ember TP there, and so Ember walks back to mid, and by seeing him mid, they just smoke back to bot again, knowing that there can't be a reaction. Like, Ember just cannot be there. That's why he's so comfortable, even without lasso, to just dive Morphling to his tower. That's just such a nice little thing. I mean, I can't believe Kid got that kill mid as well.
Yes.
Definitely. ruining Nisha's game right now.
Some ridiculous stuff. Yeah, really pumping up Entity. Oh, I mean, I was looking at this Entity draft and thinking, right, 20 minutes in, that's when they're going to be really at their strongest. But they're already showing that coming out of this laning stage, breaking it down early, they're getting some... It's not just kills on support either. Usually this is what we see, you know, kill on support here, so, yeah, whatever. But they're getting a DP now with a lasso top. Kill Morphling, kill Ember, kill DP, one by one. Secret's core heroes are just dropping.
Stormer's an amazing bat player. And he will keep up this aggression. We casted yesterday some great back games with how, you know, you just see how fast with these travels you can get from one side of the map to the other, as long as you have heroes that can set things up for you. And you're playing with an Earthshaker, with a Mirana, you know, you have a lot of chain stun into each other and the ability to just pressure and fight, use those spells. I mean, the nice thing here about this Mirana pick, you know, it's not, obviously it's not the strongest thing we've ever seen, and she has felt some pressure in this lane, but having that max Starstorm, I mean, that's like a 300 damage nuke with the extra hit on top, right? If you come together with this bat, you guys are dealing a lot of damage, and Secret are now going to have to start to make their own moves. They're bringing numbers top. They want to take this tower. They want to get an objective.
Yeah, try as best they can. They've got Exo ready to go for Rezo, but with this Moonlight Shadow, there's that fear. People are coming in from the back. They're even scanning on top of themselves. They do have a sentry here for Zayats, which you might want to place. Because Kataomi... Oh, sorry, he's actually already got one down, and they see Kataomi with it. Slight chains. Nisha playing forward, but the Fisher blocks out the Doom and the DP, making sure there's no access points. And Chen is caught out with that Frostbite and Freezing Field, but with the Hand of God and the rotations in, Arrow onto the DP, Rezo Exos forward and kills the Chen off, but Kataomi holding it back again with another good lined up Fisher. It looks like Pure's trying to wander up here to join in the fight as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Getting themselves in position as the Exo is going to expire in about 10 seconds, and Rezo not really able to stick it onto the tier 1. Fisher. Kataomi's looking for it. They know Nisha is very low on mana. He does have 14 one charges, but there's a two-man Fisher into the raises from Pure. Lasso as well onto the DP in the back, and Stormer very speedily chases forward towards Zayas.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ember Spirit gonna chains up the Mirana, but she's got plenty of leaps to disengage. So Entity, they bring the forces top, they defend their tower, making sure that push is quelled, and Secret, the ones really losing out on that fight again.
You use your exorcism. I think the initial kill was nice. They got it, but didn't overextend and feed into the Batrider. But then it was just, well, I guess it was an overextension, wasn't it? Because Entity were then able to kind of re-engage and do that little bit of a chase as the exorcism damage expired. And I just think it was really nice from them to kind of not super engage back hard on Entity. They brought the numbers, they engaged their SF. At that point, you know, you've wasted your exorcism. You haven't got the Doom. Actually, sorry, they did Doom. They Doom Pure, but couldn't get the kill.
Yeah, because SF, one of those heroes that can just stand his ground and right-click. This is something that the Secret should have, or definitely planned for. You know, going for this Doom pick, the Morphling pick, the Ember Spirit is the last one. They know that they've got to kind of drag this game out and go later and later. Entity exploiting that fact, knowing they've got the earlier timing. Not giving anything away to the Secret here as they play all 3 lanes, guarding top with 3, one farming mid, one farming bot. At the same time, Secret, they are clearing stacks, getting Rezo in towards that Spirit Vessel on the Death Prophet.
They can maybe just keep trying to brute force this top. It's just hard as long as you're going behind this tower and putting yourself out of position. Entity can keep punishing you. You don't really have any counterplay to the Batrider. Despite the early pick, there is no proper save. Something that, like Revenge, that's just a constant, reliable source. Like, yeah, okay, they can't lasso us. And I think that's why they're so happy to keep committing heroes to top lane, bringing Toby, bringing Stormer again. They just want to keep fighting. They know nothing can stop us from just lassoing and killing a hero.
Man, another Moonlight Shadow. This time, reveal is lacking for Team Secret. They don't have any sentries placed. Oh, they can line this up on Crystallis. The arrow straight on him. He got the attribute shift out, though. And a slight change from Nisha. Looking to play back into them. Missed arrow as Morphling did turn into the Mirana. And Secret responding with 5 heroes up top. Earthshaker's down bottom trying to get his blink, so it looks like at long last, Secret are going to have to get in on this tier 1 and Entity relinquish control of that objective.
That's fine. You're doing a trade. You take the bot tower on NC. I think Secret are happy to finally get this tower as well. They are losing a little bit just because they had to commit 5, and Entity are farming that Earthshaker up at the same time. But this blink timing is rapidly approaching, and Pure he hasn't gone for a BKB, but Bat is looking towards one, and all these early kills are getting him pretty close.
Nisha trying to toy with them. Good attempt from Fishman. Doesn't land a stomp though. Now, this is one of the problems that Entity does still have, like we said during the draft, is there's Morphling and Ember Spirit. If it does go later and later, they are elusive heroes that can be difficult to lock down outside of the Blink Echo. And we've seen Nisha make some really nutty plays.
Gary, he didn't go the blink. I mean, he had it queued up, but I think he's decided that. I mean, maybe the team just feels really good, but they're going for the shard on the Shaker instead.
Oh, okay.
I'm definitely not against it. I think between like their ability to fight early with this Vessel Morana and Chen Mech, like they can definitely just use the shard as their form of catch, because you're going to be able to displace people anyway with this like flame break on top of the Fisher, pull someone back with lasso. There's no save from Secret, so that is just a technique that goes well for them. Meanwhile, looking at Secret, Zayats has just finished his Blink Dagger. The ideal way for Team Secret to take these fights is that they have some vision or can start the fight on a target, get that Doom off. You're suddenly one man down, and especially if that is Stormer, I think it makes Secret's fights pretty simple from that point on. You just only really have to worry about SF and the right-click damage he's dealing with Mask of Madness. So if you can just focus him down with your other heroes when he isn't going for the speaky, that can be your win condition for the fight.
Yeah, it can, especially if you're playing this almost like guerrilla tactics, where you're going in, you're going out, waveforming and remnanting all over the place. DP is a hero that's kind of difficult to bring down quickly with all the spirit siphons that she's got at her disposal. Secret wanting to try and break Entity's rhythm now, though, with a smoke across towards Toby. Moonlight Shadow's there, but the sentry pre-placed. They'll find the quick kill on the Mirana. Nice sweep through their own jungle Secret as they now can return to defending mid lane.
Entity were expecting that move because Kataomi was like fake pumping Fisher behind his Mirana, waiting for that jump. I guess they just didn't expect how fast he could die from it. Yeah, I'm just gonna smoke up again. They still have this Doom with the Blink. There is an Arcane Rune top that they're gonna find. They can definitely use this to kind of, I mean, kill anyone they find, really.
And they're making space for themselves. Entity no longer accelerating out of control. And they're eyeing up Stormer mid. BKB comes out in time, though. That Blink, War Stop, not working out for Zayats. And he'll be taken down under that mid-tier 1.
Okay, positives, you didn't use your Doom, which means when you're alive, guess what? You can go again. You also got the 9-second TP from Stormer. Like, at the end of the day, Zayats is a support.
Oh, that arrow. Toby misses it on Nisha. Kataomi tried to set it up on the Ember Spirit. They get dewarded, they lose their Earthshaker. Now it looks like they're losing Toby as well. Secret striking back.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
a lot
attack.
of wiggle room now here for Crystallis to build himself up on the Morphling. And what looked like a disastrous first 10-15 minutes is start to swing back into Secret's favor now. They're pressuring tier 1s. They've got themselves ready to fight. When Entity at 5, they look incredibly good, but when they're separated here, they're getting picked off.
That was the story of the first 10 minutes, right? It is always Entity initiating the fight, always them the ones kind of forcing the issue. You're top, we're gonna go on you. And now Secret, they want to go on them. There's a difference. There's a lot. It's gonna make wards really important in this game, just for both teams. Who sees who first? Who sees the right targets?
Entity trying to see them in the mid lane, but Radiant have 2 observer wards watching lane and high ground, so Secret playing under their own vision. They're pinging out the SF. It doesn't look like they're going to gather up and stick it there. Nisha wants to haste up top, shove out the wave, cause a few problems for Entity at this tier 1 tower. Undefendable against a Chen and an SF frontlining. Batrider also lurking in the shadows.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Good realization by Secret there just to back off, but now they've got to be aware of the next move from Entity, this smoke.
Dire's top tower
matches with the timing of Pure's Mantha.
Moonlight Shadow themselves. Pure and Toby leading the charge. Come in contact with a Morphling here, potentially. Looks like Chrysalis. Attribute shift away as they do lasso the Ember top at the same time as Zayat. He's going to save him. Nisha kept alive thanks to the blink wall stop out of the Doom and another remnant across the trees. Another gap, but it's bridged by Stormstorm. A Tumbler's toy forward and the sticky napalm hits landing. Means Zayat and Nisha looking pretty dead. Oh, do they have a stun? Any way to stop the TP? Not quite enough damage to do it. Well, the rest of Entity or Kataomi giving chase on towards the Crystal Maiden.
Dire's middle tower is
Very
under
swift
attack.
move from that tier 1 up to top, getting a nice kill on Nisha.
With this Chen, Entity are definitely threatening. Oh, nice pick off.
Yeah, Poppy. Oh, Chrysalis, yeah. Strength, shift, Morphlings away. Poppy zoning with that freezing field.
Now, I was gonna say, Entity are threatening Roche now. You got your Chen, you got your heals, you got stuff that can tank a bit, and you have a SF with more than enough damage to take it. So they will want to be angling to the top side of the map. Any pickoff that they can get around top should lead into a Roche. However, that's why I like that pickoff so much from Secret. Killing a Chen there, that halters that kind of idea, limits the amount of space that they can take on top side, and just gives them that moment for that respawn where they don't, it's not something they really have to worry about. They don't have to worry about Entity kind of snowballing it into any objective or taking their triangle or what have you. A little bit cheeky, they can just always keep this in mind. If Secret ever commit to bot side of the map, they will just take Roche top, so it's something to just always be on the mind.
Oh, nice Fisher arrow. That's that shard from Earthshaker coming into play, and even a TP from Bat looking to close out this kill. Oh, the blink is cancelled. There's Echo Slam the Puppy Maiden instead. And Stormstormer does manage to jump forward towards Zayat. Struggling to take him down though. They need Pure, and another Fisher from Kataomi secures it. Now with 2 supports down, yeah, it's got to be Tarosh, right?
I think so. Those 2 kills is pretty big, and there's still a Doom on cooldown for 30 seconds anyway. It makes it very hard for Secret to fight, but when they do have that Doom, I think even with the Aegis, they can fight into it. Obviously, Aegis is one of the biggest counters to the Doom, alongside buybacks. This is going to alleviate a lot of that stress from Entity, especially for SF, assuming he's the one that takes this. He's building towards that Lincoln Sphere next to help, you know, not have to worry about that Doom. But yeah, for now, I mean, until you have built that item, you basically have a Lincolns in the Aegis. They're hunting. They're invis. They're looking at Chrysalis right now.
Oh, Chrysalis, do you feel it coming? Well, there's smoke in the air tonight. Secret. They knew something was going on.
Dire
Makes the call. Move back towards Entity. Pure falls back to Ancients. Kataomi and Toby behind their tier 1. Yeah, good response there. Playing defensively on high grounds, making sure they can scout Secret's incoming move.
Not really waiting for anything. You're not super desperate for this Lincolns. It doesn't hurt. Obviously, really nice read to kind of move back there from them. At the same time, I like a lot of this attitude from Secret, knowing that they're still strong and that they can fight. Chrysalis inching up there in his items. He's getting... What is he getting? He wants Ags and then Skadi.
Okay.
That should be cool. That should help a lot deal with the SF, taking his stats away and reducing his attack speed.
That's going to be super important, just turning into SF, yeah.
Or I mean, I'm assuming also he wants to turn into the Earthshaker to get that jump. Right, and you also, you steal status resistance when you turn into a strength hero, I believe, so that's also really nice.
Yeah. Ah, some huge options there for Chrysalis. Oh man, the damage from Pure onto Poppy though. Oh, he 4-staffs away. It's a bit of distance away from them, but Entity claim the tier 2, unlocking the outpost down bottom now. Oh, this is the thing though, Secret, I think they're pretty happy just to give control over to Entity as long as they can drag this game out, get them this Ember Spirit farm, get them Morphling to a point where he's ready to battle.
Damage.
Nisha right now, he's nearly at BKB after Travels and Maelstrom, so he's split pushing, cutting waves, drawing the attention of Entity away from their key places on the map.
Rezo's going for a BKB into just a plate mail, which makes sense. He needs armor. I wouldn't mind seeing him get things that just kind of help deal with this physical damage from Pure, because whilst Bat Rider is a massive issue, you also have to be mindful of the amount of physical damage that Pure is going to be dealing out. So if you can get something like a Shiva's Guard that helps reduce attack speed. If you can get something like a halberd and get that off on pure, it also is something that helps pop the Lincolns if needed as well. You want to help. You want stuff that kind of helps just against the two main problems. I don't think this Morana is a threat yet. She's going for this magical build with the Ags. So maybe if your CM ever gets to a point where he can buy Pipe or Zayats too, he's going for a BKB for now just to be able to get this Doom off. I'm a big fan of this damage reduction items. Pipe, Wraith Pact, Toby's playing Zayats right now.
Yeah, they see the Doom up top. Arrow actually does connect. Zayat's trying to sidestep it. There we go, Entity up in that top lane. Find the Doom, and this is how they move. Pure, Requiem, down on the bottom. Looking for Puppy's Maiden, but that Force Staff gives her the distance she needs, and there's no way to catch Nisha here. Katsuomi too distant, can't come in with a Blink Echo. They are trying to rally around this Shadow Fiend now, holding Aegis, still has it for a minute and a half, and eyeing up the top tier 1. Oh, this is BKB timing for Rezo, though. This is where Secret potentially mount a defense. Anisha puts a remnant, TP's bottom, clears out the wave. So they're continually making sure they're getting all the farm they can on the map, while also being in a position to react to what Entity are bringing.
Entity are just gonna look. I mean, they have a lot of ways that they can take fights just because they're in a position of power. Obviously, it's nice to look for any pick-off with the Bat Rider. He's got his BKB, he can just blink in and steal someone away. They have that option too if someone's split pushing, which is what teams tend to do when they're behind. You have, if Kataomi can set up for that and catch with the Fisher, TP in from Bat Rider, maybe you have that lockdown there to be able to get a pick-off and turn that into an objective. Maybe your fight can start with, just the enemy making a smoke move. Maybe they all collapse on Pure with an Aegis. Maybe they all collapse on him with his Lincolns and he survives that a little bit long, and you're able to counter-initiate with your Echo Slam.
Bottom tower is under attack.
There's a lot of ways for them. In Secret, they much more reliant on getting that right jump with Doom. Maybe run in with your DP, her BKB, and kind of force people to show themselves. You want to force people to show themselves or play under your ward and have vision.
Yeah, I said like holding a high ground under vision, something that Secret really looking to opt to do. There's this weird game of tug-of-war though, where it's Entity kind of getting dragged from one side to the other. Like, yeah, they're getting objectives and they are starting to rack up that net worth lead again. But Nisha with these little pulls, little tugs. Hey, come over here, come and deal with me. And the rest of the team then smoking, looking for that killer blow where they can actually get a team fight where they're the ones making the jump. Unfortunately for Secret, it looks like they're on the wrong side of the map though. Entity the ones under their own observer ward waiting for something to come their way.
I think what they might be doing here is, while there's no one here right now, if Nisha pushes in top, I think this kind of has the potential to do what I said earlier, right? Like if someone... they're split pushing, so Entity might want to deal with that by TPing someone, and be like, okay, we're gonna kill Nisha here, and then go fight. Right, so I think they smoked to Nisha, expecting Entity to try and like kill him on the side lane.
And there's nobody showing.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Everybody's hiding. Like, eventually, Chrysalis will come back to the triangle and get spotted by the Dar Observer ward there. So they might have a better idea of where Secret are playing up towards. But this means Fishman gets free control of the bottom jungle. He's getting a lot of farm himself. Wraith Pack done. Had that mech a long time now, of course. Picking up a lot of these tier 3 neutral items for his squad. I do set their sights on that bottom tier 2.
And that ward really is massive. I mean, put yourself in Entity's shoes. They're sitting on the map far, and they have a ward that shows absolutely no one in the triangle. No one's pushing out the mid lane that you've shoved in. Oh, where could they be, guys? So they're definitely not gonna fall for that bait and go top on the Ember.
And
kind of a waiting game for next Roshan. 1 minute for the fast spawn. So this is Entity. Sweep up. Take out all the vision that Puppy's just placed. Get their own observer wards in the triangle. Make sure you've got control around the pit, so you're preparing yourself for that next Roshan take. On Puppy, you've seen your sentries get D-ward on your way across here. A bit of a risky move to come and try and defend your observer ward. Your team not really in position to do so. Does Pig pull himself away from danger? Well, this is the control Entity needed. Now, a nice platform for them to launch themselves into the mid, into top, and of course into Roche. I really like seeing Stormstormer when he's playing with Batrider. The fact he's got boots of travel means he can join at the drop of a hat, but he's always farming back towards his base. So they're gathering up so much more farm than really expected.
Yeah, boots of travel are just so nice. I mean, they nerfed the cooldown on them, and it still didn't stop people from just buying them. I mean, the effectiveness of having so much map control, map pressure, everything. I mean, boots of travel are just so nice.
It's like a soft Midas, basically.
Feels like it, doesn't it? Yeah.
I buy this item, don't have to spend money on TPs. I can be on the map anywhere I want, farming jungle, farming lanes.
Is under attack.
Now it's just down to bottom. You can shove the wave, defend tier 1, maybe even deny it if you really wants to.
10 seconds on his TP. There is a moment here for Secret, but I don't think they realize that everyone's just standing there on that triangle.
Yeah, they're too busy killing off Chen army. Moonlight Shadow though from Entity. Oh, they're coming in from behind. They see Resolution, the Fisher Arrow, chain stun in, and Pure. So much damage. TP's out from Secret now, trying to retreat, but they spotted Chrysalis. Oh, not quite. Can't get in there with a lasso. Don't find the Morphling.
I feel the element of fear playing as this Morphling. Everything rides on you managing to get off your strength gain morph in a moment's notice. He doesn't have a BKB. He's even going for Manta. He's actually playing a little quite greedy here because a single Fisher could just end his life. And they have nothing to stop it. The only thing they have is a displacement from Puppy with the 4-staff. Otherwise, I mean, what is there? There's
under attack.
There's no glimmers. There's
bottom tower has fallen.
No save spells.
A 4-staff.
Radiant's
And
courier
Nisha
has
just
been
BKB
killed.
top.
Oh, did he?
Radiant's middle
Oh,
tower
dear.
is under attack.
Oh, testing the BKB's working.
It does work, guys. Don't worry. I think he showed on a creep too. I wonder if Entity saw that, because this would be an amazing time to smoke or force the issue.
Oh yeah, they're all charging up top. It looks like they absolutely know. Nisha quickly rounding away.
Back and Roshan 10 seconds.
Yeah, Bat Illusion's in the pit scouting. And Nisha does finish off a Gluttony now, so a bit more teamfight chaos and catch for Secret. Stormstormer. BKB into BKB. Sees the Doom, stops the split push, drags Zayat's back. And with his TP already being expended, he is stuck down here. Just try and get what he can out of it. Oh, he dooms the bat. Dies to the arrow. Nisha's in. Remnant forward. Gleipnir comes. The hand of God, though. Buy a bit of time for Stormstormer to turn and fight. But look at Nisha go. Nisha, what are we doing? Gem's on the floor. Will grab it up. While the rest of Entity, they are storming in towards Resolution's Death Prophet. So Secret lose 3 in the end to kill off the Batrider, and now Roshan cracked wide open for Entity.
2 little separate fights. I thought he had the potential to turn, and when he did, I was like, okay, where's the rest of the team? You look over on the other side of the map, and Secret have what a good idea from them. Yeah, they lost heroes, but to try and engage the rest of Entity's heroes to stop that matchup to get that back kill, not bad at all. I mean, it could have gone. It could have gone a different way. Pure is very strong right now with his Daedalus. I think it's really difficult for Morphling to fight into him. You know, he is just like 10k net worth behind in terms of the farming game, and you know what Entity have. I mean, that's a massive gap.
At 33 minutes, it is huge. A massive chasm between the SF and the Morphling.
Pure is insanely good.
And what a strong hero for him to be on as well. Oh, Fisher Arrow, the enchant. They do chain stun the Ember. Lacking the follow through though. Fishman and Pure now joining the squad and getting up to high ground. They see Puppy. That's a freebie. The shard from SF fearing her up, and the Fisher catching Morphling. They've got the damage. They need the catch now. Jump forward. Where is it? It's the flame break to push it back into the Shadow Fiend's damage. Pure comes out with a double kill. And Secret running out of time now. It felt like they could drag this to late game. Split push for days. Anisha's trying his hardest to shove out that top wave, but Entity, they're charging towards your base now. They're on your doorstep, banging on that front door of the mid lane racks.
Not even asking for permission. No, let me in. They're just gonna break that one down.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Way too far ahead. You always have a comeback potential with this Doom. It's coming up in 15 seconds. Zayat's gonna TP out.
He's away. Looking for the Fisher from Kataomi. They're also looking top. Everywhere you peek, it's Entity chasing heroes. They decided not to go straight high ground because the creep wave wasn't quite there. Going for the side lane kills as well, as both Radiant and Dire scan in the same spot. Where's Nisha? Where are the people hunting Nisha? Nobody sees anything.
Keep them confined to your base. Make this net worth lead grow and grow and grow. Because right now, yes, there's a lot of it in pure. I mean, like him alone, compared to carry, that's like nearly a 15k lead now over the other carry. But the Ember is still up there in farm. You could definitely stand to have more farm on like your Mirana, for example, your Shaker, give him like a BKB or whatever, get a Lotus. He's going for an Ether Lens, just the ability to catch from further away and not have to really commit himself in. Or rate it, like the Chen. I mean, the Chen, having a Chen on your team is always nice. He's the one that can go those auras. He can get whatever you need. Maybe like mitigating more damage with a pipe would be pretty effective. Maybe he could go for a 4-star just in case something bad happens. You know, if Doom comes in and Doom's pure, if you had 2 4-stars and you can just force him out once, twice, like that could totally, like Secret would have to go really out of position to chase that kill.
Yeah, now Pure just showing himself on that mid lane. Tier 3 doesn't last long against him. Need the glyph to clear out the catapults and force the SF away. It looks like Entity with multiple lanes arriving at the Radiant base now, though. They'll shove in bottom, shove in mid, keep Secret in defense mode. They pop the Lincolns on Pure, but nothing to follow up with that. Just trying to buy time. Get a bit of space for Nisha to push out top. Maybe even just give up this mid lane of barracks. Difficult to see how Secret fights, especially when Entity are the ones to get the jump. Blow up Puppy quickly. And there's your first set of barracks. Pure deciding the ranged one, not really worth it. Go down to bottom instead. Need to get that creep wave forward, but Nisha doing a good job yet again. He's pesky, causing problems, split pushing. Trying to keep Entity away from their base, and there's another glyph. Thanks to that tier 3 dying.
Secret definitely just feel super pressured. They don't know how to really approach this because your idea is you want to get the Doom off, but as long as Aegis is in play, it's so hard to commit like that. And if you do, I don't know, say smoke around and try and find someone on the back line, say you catch Stormer, right? You have to, you get this Doom off, and then you have the Chen mech, the Chen Hand of God. You're gonna get a Fisher in the middle of you. It is so much, and Pure's just gonna turn around and start hitting you.
Why should we turn around and hit tier 4s?
I mean, yeah.
They're going for game end. 30 seconds left on this Aegis. Well, we had a bit of a bang at the start of this game, but it looks like it's ending with a fizz. They've got a Blink Doom, War Storm, Zayat's in. Just got the Doom on the Chen, so no Hand of God. Real resolution. He's in there with the Spirit Side. He's trying to heal up, but the damage from the SF at the back. The Stormstorm about scaling with his Witchblade, just clicking people down. Nisha, Chrysalis, what can they do? Leveling Gecko, slam from Katomi, catches out the Morphling. Will wait for the way, and the buybacks from Secret now coming into play. But Pure has the second life. Respawns, stands his ground, keeps Secret back in their base. They've lost 2 lanes of racks already, and I don't know, a slight team fight victory for them, getting the Aegis kill, forcing Entity to buy back on the Earthshaker, but they've had to expend 2 of their own on Rezo and Zayat.
That's one way to do it, just doom the Chen. You don't have to worry about Chen saving anyone if he's dead.
But now your tier 4s are dead. No grip here for Secret. A Blink War Storm, not quite dodged by the Manta. Nisha in, Pure half HP, but gets up with BKB and whacks into Resolution. Clears through the Death Prophet. Crystal is feared up and Hurricane Pike back. The Entity resetting though now. They can't go straight for the throne, respecting Secret's damage, but they go for the re-initiation onto Puppy. Get the simple kills instead, while Toby leaping back. Doesn't have another charge though. Caught by the Gluttony and the chains in. Katomi though with a stun coming. Earthshaker catches the kill they need and GG is called. Secret did get a team fight at the end of the game, but it wasn't a win for them. Entity with that onslaught of relentless pressure.